welcome to New Ground News. My name is Katie Dawes.
My name is Joseph Brooks.
And my name is Lark Lewis.
Coming up on today's news, we have Trump isn't flying to Britain.
Yay!
And Harry is finally marrying Meghan Markle.
Yay!
But first, after a recent vote in Parliament, we are looking whether 16-year-olds should be allowed to vote in all elections.
Over to our correspondents, Harry, Lilia and Darcy, who are asking younger people what they think.
Hello, I'm Darcy Conway, and today I have two children from a local school talking about whether they think 16-year-olds should be allowed to vote or not. So Cameron, do you think that 16-year-olds should be allowed to vote?
Well, I'm kind of outraged that people are even deciding to have this responsibility for 16-year-olds. I mean, some can't even make their beds, let alone have the right to vote.
Riley, do you think 16-year-olds should be allowed to vote?
I don't really think they should be allowed to vote at all. They're not even young adults. They're still in their teenage years, they get angry easily. They don't really have the ability to make decisions at 16 years old.
Thank you very much for your comments. I am Darcy Conway at Newhall School, and bye.
We are here to ask some sixth formers what they think about 16-year-olds being allowed to vote.
We are joined here with Sam and Io. What do you think about 16-year-olds being allowed to vote?
I don't think 16-year-olds should be allowed to vote because they haven't had enough exposure to politics by the age of 16, I think.
I think that 16-year-olds should be allowed to vote because it means that more voices will get heard and more people get to speak out on what they believe.
Thank you. Back to the studio.
Breaking news, votes at 16 have not been passed. Over to local MP Kemi Badenoch, who is giving a statement on this.
Stop! One at a time, please. How do you feel about 16-year-olds being allowed to vote?
Let me give my public statement to answer that. I am Kemi Badenoch. I'm disappointed that 16-year-olds shouldn't have the right to vote because they have a better knowledge at politics now. They are able to look at news stories easily on Snapchat and Twitter, and this helps them to keep up to date with the news. Also, if they can join the army at 16 and risk their life, why can't they vote? I'm still going to fight for 16-year-olds to vote.
We can now hear from two more members of Parliament.
Over to the House of Commons.
Order in the main hall! Alright, now, David Beckham and Ollie Murs from the Conservative Party are going to read their statements.
Hello, my name is David Beckham, MP. I am pleased that the law on 16-year-olds having a vote did not pass. They are not old enough or responsible enough. At 16, when they are 18, they are classed as adults and they can have the vote.
Hello, I'm Ollie Murs, MP. I'm happy that 16-year-olds cannot vote. They are too young. Young people do not follow politics, and when they look at social media, they simply click on it. They do not read all of it. Therefore, do not know enough about politics to be given the vote.
Order! Order me a pizza! With extra cheese.
More breaking news, outside Parliament votes for 16 are protesting.
We are here today to say that 16 should be allowed to vote. We want change now. 16 voting time! 16 voting time! 16 voting time! 16
We will be keeping you updated on any further news of protests.
And now back to our other stories.
Glass is stolen off news reporter's head.